Hello everybody and welcome back to RimWorld Raider Empire. So in the last episode we had an absolutely fantastic start, obviously because we have 5 people to start with, so things really came together very quickly. But we did get ourselves a heat wave. Obviously we had our initial raid, which we got a prisoner from. It's going to take a while to, be able to grab them because they got a 30 resistance, but in a nice bedroom it should work out reasonably well. We should probably put a table in there or make a proper prisoner room, but we'll look at that in a minute. We also have ourselves feel-good testes for the males, so that's absolutely fantastic. Less, chance of mental break, and we got a ton of our crops done, as well as some animal. Well, 8 animal. We're working on getting some more alpacas and muffalo, so we'll work on that. Research-wise, we got ourselves the tech for making survival meals. Right now we're working on mending, and then we have a few other things on the go, mostly climate control. That's going to take us a little bit, but that's going to be very useful. So today, one thing I was looking at while we were off, I was off camera. Oh, we have a mountain roof. So that's bug bait, and I'm not a big fan of it, but it's already dug out and I'm not blocking this off. So we're gonna have to risk it and hope that we don't get bugs until we can clear mountain roofs. But today we're gonna get our floors done. We're gonna work on getting some storage done. We could start with the floors at least. That way we have concrete walkways. Actually, you know what? With the concrete walkways there, that should stop the bugs, right? I don't actually know. I think at one point, if you paved the ground, it did stop them. But no, it wouldn't, because we also have bugs spawning in bedrooms and stuff. Okay, yeah. I think at one point, paving the ground did stop them. But yeah, whatever. Whatever, it's fine. So we can get concrete along this way. We're going to get a animal area fenced off for down here. We're going to want to get ourselves some production for stone up and running as well. So if we're going to do that, we don't really have a great spot for chunked storage, because obviously we are going to want them reasonably close. We could store our chunks outside, or even just in a small room off to the side. But we are going to want to get some embrasures and, fortify our area, get embrasures over here so we have a somewhat safe spot to shoot past. Oh, this is also going to create bug bait. It's fine, it's fine. We'll just deal with bugs if they come. We've dealt with worse in the past. I say that, but, not this series. We haven't yet. We are going to want to get cooking going sometime soon again, because we are quickly eating through our supply. Obviously, Flight Gamer was doing our cooking, but we did push for research instead because it is kind of useful. So Jay is doing plant cutting just so we could stock up more wood. And we are probably going to be harvesting. We still got some time. That shouldn't take too long anyway. Maybe we get Jay doing some cooking, just so we can make sure we have a stockpile and get all these animals butchered in case it gets too warm in here. And you should be able to keep that area clean for us. Jay, what are you doing? Oh, you're still doing that. That's fine. Alright, now, with that said, what we are going to want to do is probably stop survival meals, just so we can get to our 100 simple meals first. You know what, let's just put that there. Because the survival meals isn't a huge importance right now to stock up. Because we're not going out with like a lot of people on really long distances. So we really only need just enough to make things work. That should be fine. And other than that, okay, so production. So we are going to get our storage and stuff. Obviously, chunk storage will be best outside. We can move our wood field generators. That wouldn't be a bad spot except for the risk of bugs, but what's the chance of bugs spawning? We could just move them down and conduit up. That wouldn't be a big deal. Let's dig out a bit of this mountain. See what type of area we're working with while avoiding bugs. So if we... Well, that's already mountain roof there, so we're not going to have a whole lot of space to work with. So let's dig out that for now, and we'll see... Oh, the heat wave's over. So in that case, we don't want them refueling. I wish there was an option to just turn off refueling. We may as well just deconstruct them now and not worry about it. And hopefully... Oh, actually, you know what? We can do the smart thing. And uninstall them. Put them in storage in case we do need them sometime soon. We should be fine. But, you know, why waste what time they have left on them? So I'll just get dumped into storage and we'll maybe use them later. Heimdall, can we... Not assigned to mining. Were you not just mining? Who was just there mining? That was probably Leo, who is now going to get up. Are you going to come down and mine this for us? You're hunting. Oh, wait. There's new Muffalo on the map? Oh my god, yes. Probably tame all of them. Actually, let's cancel and tame instead. That would probably be more beneficial. And Leo, you're going to go dig. Can you instead come over here? That way we can get this dealt with while watching it. That way we don't accidentally get rid of Mountain Roof like that right there. A breakup already? Jay and Dayton, you guys did not last long. So that means we do need a new bedroom. So Crocodile's gonna need... Okay, we gotta make something. We can do a prisoner area right in here, I guess, for now. Go kind of in court. Okay, we got a bit of stuff to do. Okay, so that's gonna be able to get mined. Because there is gonna be a wall. Oh, there's not gonna be a wall. Okay, so we'll cancel that. Okay, that really screws shit up. What do we want to do with this then? So we need a new building, and we may as well get a medical room while we're at it. Really don't want to lose the grow space over here, but I also don't want to dig into the mountain because bugs suck. So you know what? Let's have a bit of a weird prisoner room right here. It doesn't have to be particularly large. Even just that much room would be fine. We'll get these shifted. We're going to want to get our conduits done first. That's going to be... Oh, they're obviously in the way. So we're going to cut power by doing this. Okay. Let's reinstall these. So we want a medical room there too. Medical room doesn't have to be particularly large. We can push that there. Push that there. We'll run a conduit to the medical room. That would be probably about that big. Should be more than enough. We'll just run that through the back, and then I guess we could run it through the wall that's going to be here as well. Okay. And we're going to need to force that. So who's going to want to do construction for us? Oh boy, one of these days I'll remember. Heimdall, can you stargaze? Okay, that's fine. Oh, that was quite a stutter for that. So we have a base, 2 enemies, and we can get an Explorer Power Armor Helmet. That's a little bit far for a very early run. 1.3 days. Well, the whole point of having 5 people to start is so we could go out and do stuff right away. And the Explorer Power Armor Helmet is definitely a worthwhile grab. So what we can do is send 2 of our shooters out. And there's also ruins there. Well, there's going to be ruins everywhere, plus whatever loot they might have. So we're going to want animals. What are we currently looking at? We prefer... Okay, how long do we have for that, actually? 12 days. We're going to do that. We're going to grab a few extra animals first. That way we can actually have a reasonable haul. And if we get ourselves obedience on them, then that's going to give us the ability... Okay, we got to make sure we do this. Heimdall, can you force do this stuff, please? We're going to want to be able to ride our animals, too, because it will make it so we could go around quicker, which obviously would be beneficial. Those walls are done. Can we get this conduit finished up here? High priority. Make sure those are actually running. And then we have a prison room. Research mending is done, so we'll get that going. So that's going to be a prison room. That's a medical room. That goes to just that tile there. Now, it doesn't help our chunk storage at all. We're going to want 2 doors. We can get rid of that. So chunk storage. Yeah, I didn't really fix that at all. So maybe we store them in a small room off to the side here. Might not be the worst option, I guess. Okay, and then we're going to need some prisoner beds. So we could do furniture. We can have... we could do a table on the bottom there. So we'll go beds like that. So that's 3 beds. Small table. Have a chair, that way you guys can eat. I kind of want 2, but then that's kind of right there. It's fine, it's fine. We'll get a light in there, and we'll have a light in here as well. We'll get these floors done. Obviously, we don't have ourselves the sterile tile, so we'll just go paved tile for right now. That way it's visually different. And we don't have medical beds, so we could just get some normal beds. So I can go right there and there as well. And then we'll grab ourselves, for storage, a standard medicine cabinet. And we need a small room right here. So if we're doing chunk storage in here, obviously this is more temporary, because we can move it somewhere else. And we're out of wood. Damn it, we need Jay doing that, which you've already processed through all of that. That not paused. Okay, good. And we never did end up finishing that. Okay, so let's get Jay to go back to plant cutting and wood cutting, which you'll probably, yeah, it is already harvested, so that's going to go there. So we need someone else getting us plants. Flight Gamers obviously doing research. That's not going to happen. Heimdall's doing construction. We're almost done with construction, but we are about to load up some more. And right now you're going to kind of do a lot of running back and forth, so that's not ideal. So, Dayton, we can get you cutting some trees. Right now you're going to go hunting. We're not worried about food as much right now, so let's get Leo and Dayton to do that. And then you guys will probably be the 2 that go out. Obviously, you guys both have our weapons, which, you know what, we're going to want some bows, at least. So we can set up a production. Oops, we were already there. Get a crafting table. So we'll just throw that there for right now. You have a melee weapon. Let's get Heimdall with a... that's a terrible knife. Well, a terrible knife is better than no knife at all. Yeah, once you're done gathering and hauling, you'll do that. We can get our small room in here. So we're going to want enough room for a good amount of chunks. So we'll have 1, 2, something like that. And we can use this as a spot for embrasures. That way we can shoot out that way. So we don't really need this to be super large. So if it's 1 space, 1, 1 space, 1, we'll just do that. That's quite a bit. We don't really need that much. 1 space, 1, that'll be good. That'll give us 1, 2... Yeah, it'll give us 4, which is a total capacity of, like, 12 each, I think. So that's a good amount of chunks. It'll be enough to store all the crap that we have sitting around in the way. So that'll be fine. In our mending, we'll get all the production-related stuff going soonish. And we could speed that up. Jay, what are you up to? You're doing your plant cutting. Dayton, are you grabbing wood? Yes. Leo, are you grabbing wood? Yes. Beautiful. So I'll get our wood under control. Now, our animals. We have handling as a 2 for Leo. Okay, let's get Leo pushing the handling before hunting. And obviously that's going to also be before plant cutting now too, but that's fine because we do need the animals. And then all that stuff needs hauling. That'll get done. Oh, there's a Muffalo. So we're going to want animals. Make sure you're in animal area 1. We have a Muffalo Revenge. Damn it, you're right on top too. Okay, try to run. You get a couple good shots. Oh, I guess that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, and you're going to need to go get yourself fixed up. That's fine. This is going to be medical room. Can we get Leo to go into there instead? We'll set these. Medical, prisoner. Yes. Sorry, Dayton, you're going to have to swap. We'll swap that one back to non-prisoner. And then we can get this set up to have medical stuff in here. So it's going to be critical for all drug and medicine related products. We're also going to want a door here because Heimdall rather, is going to get stuck. It might be a problem. Oh, there's going to be a bit of wood there. That might be enough. If not, we can just actually deconstruct that. It'd be fine. And then we're going to need to get bulk storage for that as well. So for right now, let's just get that out of there so it's not in the way. We need some floors in there. We don't need Muffalo Revenge. Fine. And all this does need hauling, preferably before it starts deteriorating too much. Shouldn't be a big deal since we're not going to sell it. But still, I don't like seeing all this sitting out here. We also need to trim our animal zones slightly. That way you're not going into here. That should be good. That's going to be ready to go for once we do our mass storage. Now, we're going to need quite a bit of steel for that, and wood. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. We can also do and allow all. No animals on the map. Okay, that's fine. We can get these chunks moved out of here for cleanliness purposes. Alright, that's looking good. Looking good. And then Jay, when you wake up, should be able to finish this off. And all this is going to still take a while, so once you get that done, you should go back to getting us more wood. Which, we probably do have a lot of wood around the map. Oh, speaking of wood around the map, sorry, my voice. We are going to want count all on map for that. That way, if the wood's not quite getting hauled, we don't just get like 5,000 of it. Because how much are we at? Oh, only 170. Not much yet, but that would be possibly an issue later on. But alright. Alright, we are going to need warm clothing. So we're not going to be mass producing stuff for the sake of sale. We're going to be making, you know, our money off of gathering stuff from enemies. Gathering being the, I guess, the word that we're not really supposed to be using there, because it's not really gathering, it's raiding. But we are going to be able to make clothing just for ourselves, because otherwise we won't be able to get, you know, winter gear until we get raided during the winter. We got our basic climate control done. New lovers, Jay and Flight Gamer now. Alright, so we didn't really need a prison room, but that's fine. And you already did the swap? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, you did. Perfect. Good stuff. And just make sure you are all set up still. You're at 20. You're still going to be a while, but it's fine. We're going to grab ourselves a 1 mending kit, because we're going to need that to kickstart our mending. And we can grab, I guess, only a short bow. So we'll have 2 more short bows, and we can make a club as well. Which we can make out of stone blocks, just so people have something to work with for now. We are going to have to get the stone blocks going. That's not a big deal. So we need 4 melee weapons, because the knife that we have is already shit, so it'd be nice to replace it with a club. And then obviously we have the plasteel knife. And then bows, we need... yeah, I guess just 2 would work. So that will get us started on that. We can get our floor in here, so that's going to be paved, and we can get a... oh, I always lose it. Put this right here for stone cutting, and then for storage, we're going to get skips, because that holds our chunks. So we could do a skip, a skip, a skip, and a skip. That'll hold quite a bit. They are expensive. They're, what, 85 each? 90 each. And then we are, once we get enough steel, we're going to do it for our steel, wood, silver, and then, you know, the smaller ones, gold, plasteel, uranium. All that could go into one shared. And we're going to want to get pallets and clothing and all the other ones. And then food as well. That way we have nice, dense, clean-looking storage. But for now, it's kind of lower priority. Obviously, it's still a priority, but it's a bit lower. Not a huge rush. Okay, so climate control, we are going to be skipping that one. We are going to go for the industrial ones, which is going to take an absolute ton of steel to make. But it'll be worth it not having to build, you know, the shitty ones just to replace them. We can set this for critical for chunks. That's going to be chunks only. So we can copy and paste that into these. We're also going to want to get ourselves sooner rather than later in a smelter. That's going to take some more power, but the amount of steel that we get from smelting... all these muffalo need to be told where to go. So we do have enough animals now to be able to go out and, you know, it to be worth it. But this would definitely be a worthwhile investment, because it'll pay itself off pretty much immediately. So what we can do is have that here. And we just need enough steel to make that, and then it'll basically just make its own steel to pay for itself. Stone chunks, we're going to want that to do forever, as long as it's within where the skips are. That way all that will get processed. We're going to want lights. So we can do a light way back here. Actually, if we do it there, it'll cover it nicer. And a light right here. We're going to want to get some embrasures. Just so we have some coverage. So we could do structure. I guess make them out of wood for now, unless someone comes and does crafting sometime soon. I don't know if crafting is going to get done. But obviously wood is not exactly a great option. But we can add that into there. Get ourselves a... We can have the door coming in from here. Really? Deconstruct that, please. Yeah, because if we put it here, then that's less storage space that we can use on that wall. Whereas in here, we obviously already have it limited. We can get that. We'll leave it unfloored for now. And we're going to want to completely seal off that side. That way, all of that's safe. Animals, you can have... Whoops. That. Animal area 1. So that's 4 muffalos and alpaca. How many more do we have set up? Quite a bit. We don't necessarily need this many, because obviously we're going to have to feed them. So we'll set those for hunting instead. And the alpacas seem to have mostly left, so we'll let that one maybe get tamed. That way we have 2 alpacas, 4 muffalo. It'll be a good start. Alright. That's looking good. We still have lots of time until the helmet is no longer an option. We'll let people just go and collect goodies. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the ship. Not concerned about that one bit. So, Leo... So that must be all of the wood available. If Leo's back to shooting. We do need mining. So our mining options... Leo, again, and then Jay. Jay, what are you up to? You're cooking. Okay. So, Leo... Let's get you to mine before you do hunting. Because we know Dayton also does quite a bit of hunting. Which, now that we got the wood under control, we could turn that back down. And that back down. So that way, Dayton's going to be cargo pods. Finish off Warden, managing, then hunting, then plant cutting. So the hunting will get done first, and then hauling after that. Leo is going to be handling... Wardening, then handling. Then the mining. Then hunting. Then more plant cutting and then hauling. That should be fine for now anyway. We got some eggs unfertilized. We may as well take them. And we can also... How many chunks do we have? 13 around the map. That includes the ones we already have. So we'll set that to haul when people have free time to do hauling. That way we can make sure it's coming in. So then Leo, when you wake up... I think you should then be mining. Unless you go and do some wardening. Alright. And that's 100 meals done. So now we're making our survival meals once we have enough veg for it, which we have a little bit. Our industrial climate control is done. So I'd just like to get that done before winter really hits. But we do need quite a lot of steel, because the industrial climate control unit itself, is 600 plus some components, and then the air intakes are 100 each, which for now, 1 would be enough. I could use the smaller ones, but we may as well... That's not a big deal. Oh, actually, it will be. Can we get some... that's under production. No, it's under furniture. Just get some animal sleepy spots. We'll do that. We'll cancel that one. And we'll also get our fence going here. That's under structures now. I'm used to the fence tab, but it's not there. Actually, I'd prefer to make this out of stone if at all possible. So our crafting situation. Heimdall does construction. We're basically done with all construction. Now, you are going to do smithing and tailoring first, but there isn't really any other one. So, Heimdall, what are you up to? Horseshoes. We'll give you a sec. Hauling steel. Oh, you're still doing that. That's fine. Oh, we have enough steel for the smelter. Beautiful. Okay, and then after that, you're doing hauling. We can probably lower that. Hauling seems to get done reasonably alright. That way we can get ourselves some chunks made up. And our battery research is really pushing along now. So Flight Gamer, once we get microelectronic basics, we'll sit on... Well, we're probably going to want turrets if we're sending a lot of people out. We'll see. Even if we get some basic turrets up and running, that would be ideal. But at least we're getting that done. Should be fine. Did you just feed it a meal? We got hay coming in. It's fine, it's fine. So we don't need that or the batteries, although we will get that going sometime soon. Our mending kits are done, so that's good. We're getting our crafting. Then, did you not make some chunks already? Apparently not. You had one there, but you gave up on it. Set that forever, right? Yes. We could also set our smelting. Do that forever for a range of right on top of this stuff. All right. Okay, and we got a bow. So, Jay, obviously we're going to have both melee and range since we have the opportunity to do. Heimdall, you can take that as a sidearm as well. While you're at it, can you equip that club? Oh, you have the knife. We are going to get mending up and running too. That way we can make sure things are getting fixed up. So where do we want to put this? Could stick it here. That wouldn't be too bad. As we expand, we're going to want to control where things are a little bit better. That way we can have like all the clothing related stuff in one spot. Not that there should be too much clothing as long as we are, you know, selling it appropriately quick. But we'll see. And we got some milk. That is going to get eaten up by other stuff, so we should get it picked up fairly quickly. Wow, look at all the animals. So we have too many animals. Is there a way to make it so it knows what the animals are? Not the animals, but how much meat is in the animals that we have, because that's not exactly ideal. Let's get Jay. Force butchering the hell out of this just to compact it. And that will also stop more meat from coming in. Because we might have a bunch of animals just laying on the ground now that that was full. More cargo. Holy shit. More meat. Sure, we'll take that. We'll haul that urgently. Set these up to just haul whenever someone gets a chance to. With the rain, we're definitely going to want to bring that in quickly. We have Dajin with a sad wanderer. Why? Broken up with Jay. Okay, well, we can't have controls over your emotions like that. We don't have that much options. And that should be enough. Hopefully enough meat. And it'll stop them. Mad Boom Rat. Let's go ahead and deal with that. Oh, way up there. So that shouldn't really be an issue, especially with the rain. So we can get Leo to come in and just pick it off as it comes in. Assuming no one else goes outside and causes us a problem. You can do it! How much? 6.5%. Okay, maybe you can't do it just yet. There you go. Beautiful. And we'll take that. Also, nothing else on the map that we gotta worry about. Okay, so we should be good. We have enough meat once all this is done. That should be good. Why is there a bunch of dead alpaca? Didn't we set... Is that where they went? I guess it didn't care about our telling it to tame them instead of hunting. That's fine. It's fine. And you guys are starting to run out of food on the ground. So we can grow grass that help fill in all these little spots around. Because that would definitely be more effective than, you know, just letting the grass do its thing. So... Oh, we need so much stuff. We need stuff. And growing. All this is almost ready. Okay, Jay... Oh, yeah, you're cooking. You finished all that, so that's good. Light Gamer, you're working on that. So what are you working on currently? That's our microelectronic basics. Because we got the batteries done. We're okay for power for right now. Even with that running. For this, we're going to want to get mending kits definitely as a number 1. And we could set that up to just 5 at a time. And then we're going to want to set up the complex. What do we want? Weapons or armor getting fixed up? Let's get complex apparel. No one can do it. Complex weapons. No one can do it. then simple apparel, and simple weapons. We'll do that forever. Doesn't really matter. Because obviously they can only do it if it's stuff that we have. So that should cover that. We just got to get some more crafting people. Make sure we're covered there. But that's looking pretty good still. Why would you mine that instead of that? I don't know. And there's our other clubs. Okay, so you still need a club. You can set that up as a sidearm when you got it. You have both you need. You're good. You're going to want a club. Take that when you got a chance. There's another club. Take that when you got a chance. So, we have ranged melee, just melee, range melee, and range melee. And rat self-tamed. Okay, free food. And we got most of our obedience done too, which is good. So you can come into the home zone and then we'll just butcher you because we don't need rats. We're good. It's still coming at the end of... Okay, so fall is coming. We're gonna want... Oh, power is short here. Oh, it's because that's run out. We have wood. We just don't have hauling, which that is a hauling job. So... if we set Flight Gamer to do hauling before research, that should be fine, because when Flight Gamer does the research, he'll be locked into there, so it's not like he's going to just stop every time there's something to haul. But before he goes to do this, he'll go and get a bunch of all the hauling that is around done. So that should be fine. And what are you doing? You're hauling for shit. Okay, so we have a group of tribespeople. They'll prepare. That's fine. Ooh, it's all melee, but there is quite a few of them. Obviously, it's only the one. So we'll keep an eye and then deal with them as they come. And they will more than likely come through this way, which we don't have any defenses or coverage to, you know, protect against. It'll be fine for this group because they're only melee, but we are going to want to get ourselves embrasures, which if we had an embrasure cutting across there, and we can do that quickly. Do it. Then they wouldn't really be able to do much against us in the first place. Now, we are going to want probably straight across here. Just so there's that flat face. And then down here, we can build ourselves a little outcropping. We'll do that. And we are also going to want a door. We should probably... It's going to be slower, but a slate door will have more health and, you know, less fire issues. Of course. We'll get a slate door about centered. Okay, and we'll just keep an eye, make sure no one runs up that way. Animals, you're all where you should be. Okay, they're coming, and actually, they're going to split. Okay, can everyone come over here? We'll deal with these ones. Hopefully get a prisoner or two, but we'll deal with these ones first. Okay, and then we can back off since we do have the extra range. Oh, you're riding an animal. Goodbye, alpaca. We should split them up, but we should be able to kill them quicker than they could come in. We got a prisoner. We'll deal with the prisoners after. Okay, and you're going around that way now, too. Guess what? We got a way to deal with that. Actually, you know what? Are you going to bleed out? Yes. So you are exactly what we want. You're kind of masochist, so that's going to make fighting not a bad issue, and you could shoot fairly well. And we can get you as helping with hauling, even some medical. So let's get Flight Gamer to deal with that. Because you can also do medical, yes. And actually, we'll undraft you first and then capture. Haha, you can't do shit. Heimdall, can you shoot, please? And Leo, just pop out. There you go. Shouldn't be an issue. That might be, not having the power there. Really? Do you have to go hide? Okay, we got time. Are you worth grabbing? You're a chemical fascination and abrasive. Not a good combo. Transhumanish, not going to help us for a while. Yeah. But you can help with construction and cooking. You could be a dedicated cooker. Crafting. Okay, well, people are people are people are people. Let's take all the prisoners. We should be safe to grab you. Fine. Alright. And you guys should just wander around, and then we'll just be taking shots. Don't run! Damn it. Should we just run out and chase? Might not be a bad option. You guys got that covered? Yeah. And with the medical supplies gonna be there, that should work. Although I gotta rotate that so it's facing the right way. Can we get you guys to pop out here? Thank you. We can push. Hey, can you not burn our crops? Really? Split up a little bit. Get it. There you go. Hey, wow. 3 prisoners. Got really lucky. So you're an undergrounder, greedy, psychically sensitive. You can assist with construction-related stuff. We are going to need good constructors that can also shoot reasonably well, because when we go and do base deconstruction, like enemy-based deconstruction, we are going to want constructors there that can do it quickly. So that is a worthwhile grab as well. So we'll... Shit. We can do something about that. We got a temporary spot right on the ground. Look at that. Magic. Capture, please. Got weapons. We can do an allow all. That'll get all that sorted. Everyone else leaves. I'm not too worried about them. You might not even make it. Yeah, you'll make it. Not bad either. Would have been good for shooting. Except for the bad back would have made you slow. So not really great for combat purposes. So yeah, we got pretty good people from that. We are going to want to set them up to be recruited. A 30... 21, Crocodile, obviously normal, you're a 34, so it's going to take a while to grab these people, but it should be fine. We are going to want Light Gamer, hauling. When you're done, can you come and fix that so we can make sure that this doesn't also go out, because we obviously would need as much power as possible. Yeah, there was a lot of animal corpses around that would have just ended up rotting, just because we overdid it with the hunting without actually getting the meat produced. Because, yeah, we have 2,233 meat. So a little bit much compared to what we actually set it for. But that's looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and end it off here. So next episode, we will get some fences. We'll get our storage. I know I said that we'd do it this episode, but, you know, getting everything else going. We'll get the fences set up here. Maybe also set up a wall here with traps on either side. That way, if they come for the doors, they'll get smacked. Or even if we just set up traps around corners and stuff. Just to make it so we don't have to worry about too much. Because as we get more people, obviously, the raids are going to definitely outnumber us by quite a bit. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. Also, this is going to want to be... Oh, it's at normal. That's fine. Because these are all critical. Or they should be. So we can... Can I have just that, please? Copy... Paste. And we want to be able to process through this. Hopefully prisoners will help. And then we will also come out here. What? 2.2? Did we really run 10 days? Maybe we leave right at the beginning of the next episode. Shit, time really flies when you're early gaming. You got 4 times speed. So we'll leave right away. We got animals that'll make it a little bit quicker. We should be alright. It'll be close, but we should be alright. But we'll send Dayton and Leo, since it'll be a 2 versus 2, and then animals for hauling. Should work out. But for now, that is going to be it. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya.